Everyone, we're back. My name is Corey Summers. I'm the VP of Growth here at Zenon Wholesale Digital. And as always, I am joined by the man, the myth, the legend, Zenon's VP of Programmatic Ad Ops, Chris Small. Chris, thanks for joining me today as we talk about third-party validation and ad fraud protection.
I appreciate that, Corey, and thanks for adding a whole bunch of pressure that now I got to really deliver today.
That now you have to live up to. I'm setting
Totally.
the bar for high today.
Now I have to rethink my answers.
Well, Chris, talk to us about third-party validation and how Zenon specifically helps to protect against ad fraud.
Look, so third-party validation is always a good thing, right? It's not us saying it. It's us saying it, but someone else has validated what we're saying. And so we use third-party validation on our campaigns to make sure that what we're saying is delivered is delivered. And a great way to really look at that is, let's take OTT and CTV as an example of that. We use Oracle Moat and Device Atlas, which are really considered the gold standard in ad fraud protection. But then Oracle Moat does the third-party validation as part of that ad fraud protection. And so what that enables us to do is we can put that into our reporting dashboard. We can report on it. And it's not just us saying it. We validated exactly what we have. And the reason why that's so critical is if you look at standard IAB metrics for OTT and CTV says that there's about 7% of ad fraud inside. Now, the way that they define ad fraud is you think it can be any version of ad fraud, but most of it is, you're not getting the impression, it's that the impression is mislabeled. So spoofing, things like that. So what you're getting, you think you're buying connected TV, and 7% of those impressions may actually be on a mobile or desktop. Now, the reason why that's important is on an actual television set, on a connected TV, the likelihood of more eyeballs watching it is higher, and it's lower on a mobile and desktop device. And because of that, when you think about that, is connected TV ads cost more than mobile and desktop ads. And that's why that happens. And so what we've been able to do by layering in ad fraud protection and doing this differently, what we've been able to do is to reduce that down to under 1% within our campaigns of any sort of spoofing that's not caught. So the difference when you think about it and you're doing an apples to apples campaign, if your current vendor's not doing that, you have 6% less value that you're getting versus what we're providing on an apples to apples basis. And the reason why groups don't do it as well, Corey, is because a lot of times there's a lot of additional cost to that, right? So third-party validation cost, every layer that you add on ad fraud protection, it costs. There's additional cost that goes into those campaigns. So a lot of times they don't want to incur the additional cost. However, for us, as you know, we want to make sure that we're delivering what the client's paying for. We're trying to get as much value back to the client. We're trying to get as much return on ad spend as we can. We want their ROAS to be as high as possible. And we want to make sure that we're delivering the best possible product. So we're willing to pay for additional layers to ensure that we deliver the best ad fraud protection. And we want to not just report it, we want someone else to validate it.
That makes a lot of sense. Well, now that the listeners, you guys know about third-party validation and how Zenon protects its clients against ad fraud, you should probably ask your providers what they're using for their validation and how far they're going to protect your campaigns against ad fraud.